into it. Okay, hey Tish. So, Tish Black, IFFO programmer, please tell me why you're excited about the 2026 edition of the International Film Festival of Ottawa.
I am excited. Of course, I'm like most excited for my program, The Gaze, and the film A Useful Ghost. That's going to be so much fun to talk about. But yeah, I'm really excited just about all the films that we have this year. So many different stuff, and I'm always the most excited to see people and to see people at the screenings. We got our film clubs on Friday nights, like to actually talk to people about what they're watching, what they think about everything. That's what makes it a festival. So that's the most exciting.
Right, yeah, tell me about the film club.
Yeah, so on the Friday night of two Friday nights of the festival, I think like 9 to 11-ish across the street at the Albion Rooms. Everyone's invited, buy your own drinks, but the programmers will be there. Any filmmaker guests in town will be there. And it's just a chance to talk to the people who chose the films, the programmers, and get to talk more about with some of the interesting guests that we have. And it's just a fun social thing for everyone to join.
Oh, heck, sounds great. Maybe I'll get over there at some point. Uh, Please tell me why A Useful Ghost resonated with you.
I don't know how it resonated with me, but I'll say this year for the gays, I was looking for something weird. That because previous years it was originally the female gaze, it was women focused. And last year we changed the branding up. It's the gaze. I want something unique. I want something weird. But last year still ended up being very women focused. So this year I was like, I can do anything. I gotta find something just weird that we could talk about. And I went through a lot of things and I was like, that's good, but it's not quite. And then I finally saw the trailer for A Useful Ghost and I was like, what is this? I need to see it. This could be amazing. And watching it was amazing. And I just rewatched it this morning because I'm making notes for my talk. And I'm like, it's so funny at first, so funny, so weird. And then we get into the deeper stuff and it's so juicy. Like there's so much to talk about, but it's also so fun and so weird.
It's a great journey. I thoroughly enjoyed it myself.
Yeah. The way it's a long movie, 2 hours, but like it uses it and it tells this whole story, interweaving stories, and by the end you're just like blown away by everything it covered.
Okay. And another film you programmed, and I think it's another great selection, is, and I'm sure I'm screwing up the pronunciation, Eruptia? How do you say it?
Erupcja
Okay, thank you.
is my best Polish.
So I have a funny story about that. I started at TIFF, but my host told me that the one of the leads, the love interest, the male in that movie was at my Airbnb, and I bumped into him once at 2 in the morning. So that's my inside story with that. But why do you? But that's just fun anecdotal stuff. Why do you think people will enjoy this movie starring Charlie XCX?
Yeah, it does have Charlie XCX. I was surprised watching this Polish movie and I was like, excuse me? Is that who I think it is? I knew she was starting out acting. She's great. It's not just, if anyone's wondering, she's not just a pop star stuck in a movie, like being a pop star. She's actually a really good actress. And I love the film. I described it after to Tom, my fellow programmer. I was like, it's the kind of film that it really only works in Europe. Like if American tried to make this kind of film, it would just probably be, there was a time it would have been like mumblecore. It would just be kind of insufferable, I feel like, because it is kind of, it's so character based. And there's a narrator, which is iffy sometimes in films if that's going to work, but it works here. And it's a tight story, a few days are really in some characters' heads. And I feel like it captures the feeling that hopefully we've all felt where you're with someone and you lose track of time. You're just in your own world. You forget about all your responsibilities and you're just with this person. And in their case, they're nostalgic for times that they've been together before. And she's forgetting about her boyfriend and she's forgetting about her girlfriend. And I think it captures that feeling so well of like, you're just so caught up and it's almost not fantastical in that it's like magical realism or something, but that like magical real feeling of like we are in our own world and nothing else matters, and it captures that really well and really gets into the characters.
I it makes me want to go to Warsaw, Poland too.
Oh yeah, yeah, they're exploring the city, like it's beautiful. It's yeah, it's also a great tourism movie.
So I'm a big Twin Peaks guy, and I'll be seeing episodes 3 to 5 at the Bytown next Sunday. So I'm very excited for this other movie that you programmed, which I have not seen, Montreal Ma Belle, because Joan Chen of Twin Peaks fame and other things as well. But well, let's say Twin Peaks fame is in this movie. So please tell me why else I should be excited for this one.
Oh, Montreal Noel is such a beautiful film. I think we should be excited to see a woman over 50 leading a film. It's so refreshing. And in this case, it's almost like a coming of age story, but she's in her 50s because she's coming into herself. She's finding her sexuality. She's asserting herself in her marriage and her motherhood, and she is just taking control of her life. And I think it's such a powerful story in itself. And Joan Chen is amazing. Charlotte Aubin, her lover, is also incredible in this. And I honestly feel like everyone should see this. And it's also such a Canadian film. It feels like such a Canadian film, and it's such a beautiful story to get into. And you don't have to like be in her situation to relate. Like it's almost like a coming of age. Like anyone can see it and just be like, hopefully, like inspired. Like, look at your life. What do you want to change? And it's also it is about her finding this unique kind of love with this young woman. But I will say, without spoiling how everything goes, but just to say like it's not a I gave up everything in my life to run away with my lesbian lover kind of story. Like it really is about her and her journey, and this younger woman is part of that, and she has her own journey going on. And so it's a really beautiful, satisfying ending as well. That is feels very grounded, and you're still just rooting for this woman so much. It's beautiful.
I'm excited. I have a ticket for this one. I'm definitely excited for this one now, even more so.
Good.
Um, so I've seen Love Letters as well. I saw it last year, and I thought it was really cool. And it's making its way over to IFFO. That's fantastic. What did you like about this movie? Did you respond to anything in it in particular, or what stood out to you as positive about this film?
Definitely nothing I can relate to being in a
Right, right,
relationship,
right.
having a baby, or anything like that.
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
but it's again, it's a really beautiful love story between this couple because going through one of them is pregnant, one of them isn't, and how everyone treats them as two different parents, as if she's not as much of a parent because she's not carrying the baby in this couple. And I just thought it really it delved into so many parts of their relationship and motherhood, parenthood, and society. Look at how society looks at parents and her own relationship with her mother. It's like it's a very quietly introspective, beautiful film.
Yeah, it's funny because that movie is set in when gay marriage became legal in France, which is like 2014. But
Yeah,
we had it in like 2004. It's just so funny to see kind
it
of the
seems
rest
so
of the world catch
yeah.
up to us.
But it's
Yeah.
really it's about like the marriage was made legal, but then she still has to adopt her own child because she's not the biological parent. Like, and that's what it's really about. How like there was this gap between these two laws, or I don't know what it is like now in France, or what it's like in Canada, honestly. But yeah, there's also that part of that disconnection. It's like, oh, okay, it's cool to be gay, you can do this or whatever, but then it's like, oh wait, we're still like holding something back from queer people.
Mm, okay, okay. And I'm a big documentary fan as well, so I am excited for I Lost Sight of the Landscape. What kind of documentary is this? How would you characterize its approach?
It is like okay, so Sophie Bedard Marcotte, she made LA Time, which we were supposed to show at IFFO, the first IFFO that got canceled in 2020. But I fell in love with that film. I was so excited that she's made another nonfiction film. It is very unique in that it kind of starts over 16 times. It's very meta. It's about her making this film about someone making a theater production, and the sort of, it's like it keeps resetting, like she can't decide how to start the film. And every time she starts, we are sort of further along in the process. And it's an amazing exploration of art and life and how they come together, and can you separate them, and what happens when art and life come together, and you're making something, and you're making something based on someone making something. And the pandemic closed everything down, and like, what do you do when things are blocked? And I thought it was incredible. And I think for any artist, anyone creating something, it's a great film to see, some to watch people create, and also to watch how there's so many different ways to create. It's like she tried 16 different ways to make the film.
I love it. This is great. Okay, and I'm also I keep saying I'm a big fan of things, but I am a big fan of things. I feel like movie people are like that. It's just really into stuff and just jazz about life. But I'm a big fan of coming of age movies. Love that genre. So please tell me about where the wind comes from, as well as Little Trouble Girls.
Yeah, I call them both kind of coming of age. So where the wind comes from, two teens at that sort of like done high school, like older teens age. They want to get out of their small town, and one of them's an artist, so they enter an art competition, and like it's sort of a road movie to get there, and it's exploring all the stuff about being teen and wanting to like get out and do things, and how you feel blocked from doing that, and intersection of art and their creativity and imagination, and striving, like struggling towards something. It's really rewarding to watch. And Little Trouble Girls, uh, it's teen girls, and the main girl, it is an exploration in her sexuality, trying to understand that with the other girls, which with these men that they see. And I was most impressed. I mean, everything about it's impressive, but the cinematography choices really struck me. There's these shots where the sound is very, very close. Like you're hearing like someone breathing, or like a very close sound, but the frame of it is not really on that thing. And it just creates this complement. It makes you really think about what you're hearing and what you're seeing and what you're not seeing outside of the frame. So yeah, I really recommend that one. It's not just, oh, teen girl discovers sexuality. Like it's got something really unique to it.
Ooh, sounds pretty on levels.
Yeah.
So, there is a YouTube channel called Tish Black. It's your channel. Do you, do you have fun making videos for that, or how would you say your relationship with YouTube is like?
Oh my God. So I've been thinking about it a lot lately, because I've had my YouTube channel for literally 20 years this year.
Wow. Well,
I've been making
congrats.
videos since before that, when I was like 13 and got a camcorder. So, um, I've been making videos for a long time, doing all sorts of stuff. You can't tell because I think I've hidden everything at this point, because I'm cringing over old stuff. But yeah, my thing lately is video essays exploring fairy tale films, like film adaptations of fairy tales, because fairy tales is my thing. I'm working on continuing that, and I love watching video essays about films and stuff like that. So I'm getting into it myself.
Yeah, I've seen some of them, and they're lots of fun.
Thanks.
Anyways, you've got a book too, Ebony, Blood, and Snow. It's a collection of short stories. Why don't you tell people about that as well?
Yeah, like I said, fairy tales is my thing. So my book is a collection of 13 fairy tale inspired fairy tale retellings. It's full of smashing the patriarchy and feminine rage and friendship and sisterhood and independence, and there are no happy endings with men.
Oh my! All right. Well, I don't know how to necessarily follow that up. But Tish, I want to thank you so much for your time. Is there anything else you would like to mention about IFFO or something else before I let you go?
I don't know. I just hope everyone comes to check it out. I hate this phrase, but like, there's something for everyone. I think you'll find at least something. Great films this year.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.